Hi, I'm Kurt Darling, and today the Fuzzy Penguins and I are going to talk to you about how video games have impacted our human culture. So let's get started with a little bit of history. Video games have had a huge impact on human culture in the US and all over the world. Video games are not only a source of entertainment for a small percentage of people, a whopping 67% of American households play video games. The first actual video game was a tic-tac-toe video game which was invented in 1952 and played on an electronics delay storage automatic calculator. There have been many great leaps in video game development since that time. Video games like Mario Bros. Released by Nintendo and Pong released by Atari have followed up many early forms of video gaming in the 70s and 80s. These early video game systems paved the way for modern-day video game systems like we know them today, such as PlayStation and Xbox. Though video games have had a big impact on society today, it hasn't come without its benefits and controversy. Let's look now at some pros and cons of video games. There are many different opinions about video games. Some of the good stuff people say about video games are things like they're very entertaining and fun to play. But those are pretty much just givens. Any gamer will say that video games are fun, but let's look at some actual facts. In some studies, people who play video games have shown that they have spatial awareness, an increase in resistance to distraction and visual activity, an improvement in logic and problem-solving skills, and an increase in social activity from playing online games. Alright, so why do you like playing video games so much?
I just enjoy playing them. I really don't know, just enjoyment.
Well, you get to play with friends and you get to enjoy killing someone, maybe racing. It's pretty exciting.
Video games kind of help me get away from stress every now and then. If it's like a shoot 'em up game or something, sometimes it helps my stress.
Video games have also found ways to incorporate exercise into the games, using programs like Wii Fit and Xbox Connect. There are many benefits to playing video games, but there are also many risks as well. Some problems shown from playing video games have included obesity from sitting around and playing all day, eye strain and optical problems from staring at a screen for hours on end, muscle and joint problems from overuse, and of course, photosensitive epileptic seizures. Have you ever felt like any bad side effects from playing video games for a really long time?
Not really bad side effects other than, my eyes dry out, but that's about it.
I get tired sometimes if it's over 3 hours or something, or I'll get a hand cramp or something if it's really bad.
Also, as you can see, anger problems can be big side effects of playing video games. So as we've said before, the video games can have pros and cons, but overall, video games seem like a pretty fun thing to play. A lot of the pros and cons that we covered just now have mostly come along because society sees them that way. But some have been behaviors that are liked by the public, but aren't so much liked by the government. Let's look now at some ways the government gets involved when it comes to video games and the general public. The government has found numerous ways to get involved when it comes to the sale and use of video games by the American people. One thing that seems pretty normal is the rating system that is used by video games. A video game that can be played by all ages is simply rated E, which means everyone. This is the equivalent of a G or a PG rated movie. Then there are T-rated video games. These can only be played by teenagers, mainly 13 and up, just like a PG-13 rated movie. Then there are M-rated games. M stands for mature. These games are only supposed to be played by adults, just like an R-rated movie. But this rating system doesn't stop children from getting their hands on these higher rated games. In an act to stop this from happening, former California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger tried to have a law passed banning the sale of violent video games to anyone under 18. But the law was not passed due to an overruling by the Supreme Court saying that the law violated the criteria of the First Amendment. There are many cases of government involvement in video games. This is just one, but the government keeps a watchful eye over who is playing what. Well, that's all we have to share to you today about video games and society. We hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want more information about this project or any other research that we've done in the past, visit our website at www.fuzzypenguins.weebly.com. On behalf of the Fuzzy Penguins, I'm Kurt Darling saying so long. Thanks for watching and goodbye.